Honorable, I am very happy to meet you. And I'm Bettina Behren from Rainforest Rescue. And it's my first time in Liberia. And I was in Krebukran, in Zapo, and I was really impressed by the variety of plants, of creatures that live there, that Liberia is willing to have national parks for such variety of plants. And we appreciate that so much. I think that is also your wish to be part of that. That is also you being on the head of all these national parks and rescuing all that. And we were with the Eco Guards, with Annika Hillas, and we liked it in the Krebukran parts. We were always told that it is a good work together, the Eco Guards and the FDA, and they are really they are well trained. They were very polite to us, and we want to thank you for that. Thank you, Honorable, for your good work. Especially, we really enjoyed Krebukran National Park.
Thank you. And on behalf of the President of Liberia, Dr. George Weah, and the Chairman of the Board of Directors of the FDA, I'm pleased to welcome you here at the FDA. And like we say in Liberia, feel free and feel at home. Liberia is a country of hospitality. We are hospitable people, very friendly. Expatriates who come here to work, tourists who come here to see, they all end up remaining in Liberia for quite a long time. We are proud of our forests, and we are also grateful to our partners, development partners, including rainforests, for the great job that they've done, for the contributions that they've made, for funding that they've provided to agencies, the World Agency Foundation, and a host of other non-state actors who continue to support the FDA in our effort to ensure that we remain the highest forested country in the sub-region, and to ensure that we protect our wildlife species and plants as we move on. This is what we have. Yeah. In a sense, this is part of our heritage, and we are under obligation to protect that. And so we are glad when our partners and friends come out there to give additional support to add value to our work. So like I say, welcome to Liberia, and you are visiting Liberia at a historic movement. 200 years ago, the first African Americans, free slaves, landed on the shores of what is now known as Liberia today. And years later on, 1847, they declare a state, an independent state. So we are, this whole month, we are celebrating 200 years of existence, as a people. And so that's very good. And I always say the Germans have been our partners for a long time. Down the coast, they used to trade with our forefathers years back. Even some of the local vernaculars are influenced by the German language. So for example, I understand the word Benzin, I may not pronounce it properly, but that's fuel in Germany. So the tribal people on the coast refer to, when they talk about Benzin, they talk about fuel, benzene or something else. So, we have that.
Yeah, thank you. what I also see as really the future, or our common future, is ecotourism. And I saw it especially in Sapo National Park, where I visited the Eco Lodge, and I was really impressed by the really already high level of comfort we could enjoy there in the Sapo Eco Lodge. And we think that this is one first step of going further into the direction of getting people here who can admire what you have, because you can really be proud of what you have in your national parks. That is, for example, when you go to a forest in Germany, there wouldn't be so many trees and plants like you have here. We have lost so many things already, and you have this big, 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 big treasure. And all the people who are potentially coming, they can admire what you still have, and that is so much. Yes.
No, yes, thank you for the compliment. I was in Sapo, there was 3 months ago, to officially dedicate the full Eco Lodge structures that are there. And I have traveled a lot, Europe, Africa, the Americas, and so. But I think the structure we have in Eco is just one of the best that I've seen. And the place, as I said to it, it's a beautiful scene, with the river flowing down like that.
Yeah.
And then the Eco Lodge structures up, and then trees and forests around. It's just one of the best places to view our life,
Yes.
And all states are pointed to the fact that for developing countries, the service industry is key to taking our people out of poverty. And so the establishment of a good ecotourism program is key to the economic growth of this country, because it creates jobs for the young people. It brings in foreign currency, and it just makes people to know each other from diverse backgrounds, societies, and what have you.
Yeah.
So we have those structures there now. We are hoping that there can be more structures. And the government is also complementing the effort, because the government intends to pave the road down south. So that will make travel easy before you get to the entrance of the park, and then you can get in the park also.
Yes.
So I think that is good for this country, for our country. It will contribute to economic growth. I mean, generally, job creation, that will reduce tension among young people, and bringing some money to community people, because that's one of the things.
Yeah.
It's a national park, but the park is situated in a community. So the community should have a fair share of what is generated in terms of revenue from the park. That's why, in fact, we are deriving a new revenue sharing model that will now see money going directly to community.
Yeah.
And as a way of ensuring that the community people benefit from their own forests or their resources, which I think is a very good idea. But more than that, what our policy encourages public-private partnership. So we are government, we regulate, we protect the forests, and a private enterprise can come in wherever it is, for a business or an organization, to do the direct management, and then share revenue with community, local structures, and maybe national. So I think that's a good way to go. But I think with this, people will now begin to see, and it's going to encourage our conservation program overall, because people will now begin to receive direct benefit, from the forest. And so that mindset about extensive logging, can now be changed, and then, we can manage our forest in a more sustainable manner to make sure that we create a balance between conservation, protecting our wildlife species, and everything there in the forest, and as well making sure that we are able to address common community needs.
That is exactly that what is so good with the WCF, because the WCF works with the communities, with the community eco guards, and with the FDA, and that is what, as far as rainforest rescue, as we know, I think for 6 years we work with the WCF, and that is so important that the communities have some income from what happens in the national park, and also some like literacy programs and getting awareness programs, and all this together increases the awareness of what is the treasure of Liberia and what can be the future of Liberia. And so it is, I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate your view to the future so much. And my wish from rainforest rescue would be that you smile that there would, as like in Krivokran, also in Sapo, there can be more working together with FDA, community guards walking through the parks, and yes, well-protected parks in the future. And I would also like you to tell me or tell everybody, what is your vision? What do you want to be admired for as the big, big man for the forest? What is your vision for the national parks in Liberia?
What my vision is to see that the forest remains standing.
Yes, that they maintain. Yeah, that's our
basically
that's
it,
common vision.
And also to ensure that the species that are in the forest, whether plant or animal species, are protected and they are used for the good of mankind. So, for example, we encourage scientific research, medicinal. People come and see medicinal trees and do research and see, what they can extract and how much it can contribute towards fighting global epidemic or disease or what have you. So we intend to see that, but we intend to see a well-protected, fully functional parks that are visited by people from around the world, and that will be contributing, towards the growth, economic growth for the communities, and the country as a whole. The ones that will serve as a reservoir for job creation for young people, and a forest where we all can be proud of. Yes, the forest is in Liberia, but it's a gift to the world.
Yes,
it belongs of the world. So, so it is our forest.
Yes.
We are the custodian.
Yeah.
But it's for the world.
It's for the world.
Yeah,
it's your forest, and it's for the world.
Yeah, it's for the world. And so, one way to protect the forest, in addition to the trained rangers that we already have that are responsible for law enforcement, we also value the contribution of the eco-guard services, right?
Yeah.
That already to YG Pensy Foundation, ANIGA in particular, that we intend to have. If we have the support, we intend to have a nationwide, national eco-guard service. So they are at all of the national parks, and they are also at the proposed protected areas. And the reason why they should be there is that it's their forest, they know the forest, and gazettement process to legalize forests, proposed protected areas into national park will take years, it will take some time. Meanwhile, the forest has to be protected. So the National Guard can give us the kind of information, the Eco Guards can give us the kind of information that we need for decision making and for more protection of the park. So that is a service. I think ANICA should be doing some concept on how we see the whole national thing. And it doesn't matter whether White Chimpanzee Foundation is working in the landscape or not, but it's a national program that will help to add value to the services of the rangers. In fact, we intend to use the Eco Guard, as a stepping stone to becoming part of our forest ranger. So you are trained, it's your community, you do different jobs, you provide us information that we take action on. But at one point in time, you have to graduate and be employed by the national government so that you can have power to arrest and enforce and move on. So then now at that point in time, they become rangers. But as National Guard, they can give us the relevant information, they can take care of patrol and share with us some information that we need to take decisions. So
and when they patrol, they also need to enter the park, otherwise they see anything.
No, but the patrol is the park.
Yeah.
It's the park that they protect, that's the park that they are patrolling in, so that whatever information that they have to share with us, and different stakeholders can use those kind of information for informed decision making.
You are totally right.
Yeah, so for example, if we were in the park the other day and we saw elephant footsteps, right? So we know that elephants roam around there, so we have to put ourselves in the frame of mind and make the necessary preparation, just in case if an elephant left the forest and comes to town, what can we do to protect that elephant and then get it back? There are some people who may be doing some illicit things because it's a dense forest. When they attract, that information comes to us, we're able to work with national security apparatus and we can address those issues. So Eco Guard has become a very important part of our program here at the FDA, and I'd like to say thanks to White Chimpanzee Foundation, and then of course you bring in the money.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's how we do it in Liberia.
Thank you for the interview. And in our reEarth community, we always say something like, I commit myself to the nature and give my hand to the nature.
Yeah.
Shall we show our hands in the camera?
So now you're reciting the pledge. So then we'll move on.
Our commitment.
Yes.